everybody, it's Cassie from So She Quilts for Love. Today I have a tip for you on making a patchwork duffel bag. These duffel bags were designed, well, the pattern was designed by Caitlin from Knot and Thread Designs. She did a sew along a month or two ago on Instagram, and these are just the cutest bags. They're addictive. I think this is like number 9 and 10 or something like that, and I'm currently making 12, 13, and 14. 13, 14, 15, I don't know. I can't stop. They're great. They're so useful. They hold a lot. They're pretty. They're fun. So, yeah, I want to share a tip for one of the steps of making these bags, installing the zipper. I know zippers can be a little bit intimidating, but I think this tip might really help some of y'all out. So, Caitlin has some great tutorials on her YouTube channel. But I decided to do my zipper installation a little bit different. She uses pins to hold her zipper down, which that works great for some people, but I felt like it made my zipper tape a little crinkly. It didn't lie as flat, and I didn't like the way it looked. So then I just tried to eyeball it, and that was okay, but not great. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. So what I highly recommend is using this 1/4 inch sewing tape, quilter's tape. I found it on Amazon. It is double-sided tape, so it has a paper on one side, and then when you open it up, it's sticky. And then you stick it down and pull the paper off, and then it's an adhesive on both sides, right? So then the other awesome thing is it's washable, so it washes out, and nobody will ever know that you cheated just a little bit. So I am going to show you how I use this 1/4 inch quilting tape to install a zipper in my patchwork duffel. Okay. I am going to take my zip tape and I'm going to move my zippers all the way to one end. Then I'm going to take my bag and just kind of line it up in the center so I know how much tape I need. Got a little extra over here. I'm going to cut that off. And okay, so now I can see how much of the quilting seam tape I need. And I'll open it up, and I will just put it right along the edge of the zipper. And I will press it down as I put it on, just to make sure that it's sticking nice and tight to the zipper. Okay. And then, once I get it as long as the edge of my bag, I can just rip it off. Got a little crooked, and it just peels up real easy, and then you can put it back down, and I just like to kind of press it down real nice and tight, make sure it's going to stick to my zipper, and then I can pull the paper off. Maybe, there we go. And then you can see the tape that's left behind. Now, then I'm going to line it up, and I'm going to take the edge of my bag. I use this binding edge to try and line it up on the very edge of the zip tape. Or if I want it to be a little bit closer to the zipper, I can do it a little closer. But it seems to fit just perfectly with the edge of that binding tape. Now, this part I still have to eyeball just a little bit because I can't see through my bag. So I just kind of, and then you can also turn it over when you get to when you get finished and see, okay, did I put it on straight? So you can see my zipper kind of starts to bend and bow a little bit. So I'm gonna just lift that up and redo it. And so this isn't perfect, but I'm not stabbing myself with pins, and I don't feel like my zipper is getting all bunched. So now I'm gonna turn it over. I'm gonna check it. Oh, I got it pretty good. It's a little off here. So here I'm gonna pull it up, and it will stick to the bag better than it sticks to the zipper. That's why I push it down so hard when I'm putting it onto the zipper. And then I can just slightly adjust it, push it down, and now I can take it to my sewing machine and stitch it on. And then I will show you, once I've stitched that down, I will come back and show you how I do the other side. All right, so I bring my duffel bag back to my table and I put it right sides face down to my table and fold it open. And then I line my edges up on my bag to make sure that this is going to be even. I get out my seam tape again and I'm going to put it on the bag, same way I did before, lining it up on the edge of the zipper. Just rip off the edge and press it down extra tight. I will line, again, double check that my bag edges are lined up, and I will line up the edge of the binding, the back edge, bottom edge of the binding with the bottom of the zipper tape, and press it down pretty firmly. Now I will say, for this smaller zipper, by smaller I mean thinner rather than this being like, I think it's an inch wide, and some of them are quite a bit wider. So when they're wider, I do put them a little bit closer to the zipper, just because that's the way I like the look of them, but you can put them wherever you want. But so I've got that pressed down, and then I'm going to unzip this so that I can maneuver it around my machine, and I'll flip it over and double check that it's down on the bottom of that, and it is not in some places. So I will peel that up a little bit. Oh, I did much better on the other one. Sometimes this second side can be a little trickier. Fix the whole thing, Cassie. Okay. Press that down nice and tight on the bottom of that edge. Okay, so from the bottom it looks good, but let's double check the top again. Yep. Okay. And I'm going to take this back to my machine and stitch it down as well. As you can see, I have successfully installed my zipper into my patchwork duffel bag. I used this 1/4-inch quilting tape. I didn't use any pins. There was no stabbing involved, no bleeding involved, and it looks great. So, thank you for joining me today. I hope you find this video helpful and enjoy whatever you're making today. Thanks. Bye.